The mail. Better enjoy it while it's still around. Although it's a little harder to enjoy if you're already getting some of these. Now, with bills piling in, you might be thinking that student loan consolidation will be your saving grace. So I say unto you, good viewer, it is time that we examine student loan consolidation with a bit of Don't Sue. Let's take a look at each loan as an ingredient. Now, let's say we have some flour and some sugar and a bit of olive oil and salt and some water. Thank you, thing. Now, you have to remember is that you can't consolidate private and federal loans together, and you can only consolidate loans once. That is, unless, of course, you take out a new loan or leave one loan out of consolidation to add to the pile later on. Oh, I almost forgot the most important ingredient, interest. First, you want to take proper precautions and get familiar with your loan amounts and interest rates. Like the apron? The usual motivation for consolidation is a lower monthly payment and a lower interest rate. However, for consolidated federal loans, the interest rate is calculated as a weighted average. Instead of averaging the new interest rates together, the amount of each loan is also taken into account. The new average interest rate is then rounded up to the nearest 1/8%. While the overall interest rate may be lower than your highest interest rate on a single loan, the weighted average doesn't actually lower the amount of interest that accrues month to month on federal loans, since the larger sum of money doesn't need such a large interest rate to generate the same amount of money for your lender. Also bear in mind that once everything is bundled together, large one-time payments are now less effective since you can't put that money toward only your loans with the higher interest rates. While the lump sum payment would be the same, the difference is caused by the change in overall interest rates, and you lose out on money in the long run even when a consolidation has the same term. While we can't have a truly lower interest rate, we can have the peace of mind of a lower monthly payment, but it comes at a cost. The only way to decrease the monthly payment is to increase the term of the loan, and that can only lead to one thing. By doubling the term of your loan, you're also doubling the amount of interest that you have to pay. Which might be good for this tasty pizza dough, but is certainly not good for your pocketbook. For example, my debt of about $50,000 would give me an extra $16,000 in interest, and that's a lot. Really, the best thing to do is just to be proactive and pay ahead. In fact, if you're a recent graduate like me, who's pretty upset with the state of financing in higher education, short of a time machine, paying ahead is really the only thing that you can do to stick it to the man. Oh, bother. We seem to have a bit of a debt ceiling issue. Debt ceiling? Anyone? I'll see you next time.